Yes, 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 yes. Somehow it is Thursday. Somehow it is literally the day for somebody's Independence Day, not D's Independence Day, if you already know how he feel about that. So it is quite possibly just, one of them days, man. It's been one of them days in the world. It's been one of them days in the country, one of them days in the East Coast, one of them days in the South. But you know what? It's time for a brand new episode of 2DopeMarks. You're home for pro wrestling commentary from two lifelong fans. Light skinned dude to my right here, maybe a little Paulie Dangerously. I may be more a little bit Jim Ross. That's D. I'm Brando. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Again, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. You can find us on any of your favorite streaming platforms, any of your DSPs on Fridays. We're live on Thursdays. And also, one more thing, folks. I just want to just share with the world. Boom! Merch store is live. Merch store has been live. As you can see, these are the things on the merch store. We got hoodies when time permits and you need a hoodie because it'd be wild out here. You know what I mean? We got t-shirts honoring our black women champions, t-shirts honoring our black men champions, the 2DopeMarks, I call it 2DopeMania t-shirt in honor of WrestleMania. Our classic Go Grill logo, as you can see, plastered all over the god dang overlays. Also the Bread of Our Lives Classic. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can order it right now. You hit the link in our bio for more. Get your order on. Rep your boys. Rep Gold Grill Wrestling as one would. Because yeah, man, that's what this is. It's Gold Grill Wrestling, and it's some of my favorite time of the week. Kicking it with y'all is my favorite situation of the week outside of real life situations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a jam-packed show. D was in love with Ashe Wrestling this weekend, so we're gonna talk about that. Night of Champions was also this weekend. We're gonna get into that because we have to pour out a little liquor for the Yada. I mean, we pouring out liquor for the. We're pouring out some liquor for the Yada. I mean, heavyweight champion of the world. We got two new kings and queens of the ring. SummerSlam starting to look like some. Evolution 2 starting to look like some.
Is it?
We'll get to that too. We'll get to that too. We'll get to that too. Plus, head of the week coming at the end of the show. But first, do you have a question for you, sir?
Mm-hmm.
In light of Jon Moxley and Hangman Adam Page about to be in a Texas death match for the AEW World Title at All In Texas, what's the one match you would never want to wrestle in if you were a pro wrestler?
Probably. Yeah, I'm not doing that Texas. I'm not doing that deathmatch shit. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not fucking with glass. You're not lighting my ass on fire. You're not electrocuting me. You're not going to drown me. You're not going to castrate me. You're not going to put nails in my back. We're not doing any of that. Sorry. What?
I mean, I will also say just a regular singles match with Jon Moxley because all those things could have happened even without the stipulation.
Shit too. Yeah, that shit too. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not bleeding for nobody.
Yeah, see, I will take it back to 1998, Unforgiven, 1998. At that, an Inferno match. I don't mess with fire like that, bro.
Them folks was sweating.
Like, I'm not trying to be in the ring looking like James Brown, like he got baked like a Christmas ham, brother. I can't do it. Can't. It's just not in my spirit, not in my blood. Can't.
So you would do. So you would do a death match over a Inferno match?
Because burns are a little bit different. Like, look, death match means, hey, I might get hit with a ladder. I might get slammed into like some light fixtures. Okay, whatever. Don't do what Hangman Adam Page did in that steel cage match with Swerve, where he stuck a freaking hypodermic needle in that man's mouth.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that person who you just named. I'm not going to do any of the shit that he does. You're not slipping on my motherfucking tongue. I'm sorry, not doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, nah. Like there are bounds. There's literal situations where I'm like, nah, y'all got it. 1,000% y'all got it. I'm cool with a ladder match, cool with a table match. Chairs match, I don't know. Like if we talking like now protected chair shots.
Yeah, I'll be doing that, but you're not gonna fuck me up like Balls Mahoney used to.
Oh yeah, no.
Hell
sorry.
no.
I just thought of one more scaffold match. You ain't about to New Jack. You ain't about to New Jack my ass off with them. No.
He almost killed that motherfucker.
He literally
almost killed himself doing the same shit.
He told Vic Grimes bombs away and just chunked his ass, and he literally landed on the ropes. Not on the table, like the spot was planned. The ropes.
R.I.P. New Jack.
Arguably one of the greatest promos ever is him and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Talk about O.J. Simpson after the verdict.
I enjoyed that one.
Jim Cornette used to get away with some wild shit, but yeah, man, those are my ones. I don't even want to know what I would do. I mean, again, if you in the chat, if you are watching us online, whatever you watch your fine pro wrestling entertainment, comment, because Lord knows there have been some things I'm like, nah, dog, I can't do it. to quote the great Jalen Rhodes, not gonna be able to do it.
Nope,
not at all. Not at all. But
well, that's why we're not. That's why we're not wrestlers. We just talk about it.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're wrestlers, and we ain't
No. We're not. No, we're not wrestlers. Again, like I said, we're not wrestlers.
No,
I really
it's
like
not in my spirit like
now.
that. it is. That's just something that's just not in my spirit. It just can't be. Can't be. I heard about it, thought about it. Nah, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Well, speaking of which, in good old Saudi Arabia, who is going to have not only a Night of Champions and Saudi Mania come their way next year, they're also getting the 2026 Royal Rumble.
Why the fuck they gotta have 2 WrestleManias just to appease them fools?
Why? No, I don't. I don't know.
Half the people on the roster. Well, not half the people. Some of the people on the roster, if you want to put them on there, can't even go over there. And some people don't even like going over there. That's I'm not fooling with that. Would you go if you had the money to go to Saudi for Mania? Would you go?
Nah. I mean, again, I went to Dubai. Dubai was cool. It's just that I know how that gets, and you asking a bunch of musty wrestling fans to like be on their P's and Q's.
And you can't drink
in that country. No,
you can't drink. It's not.
Y'all got it. Y'all got to eat. Got it indeed.
How'd you like the Night of Champions?
Outside of one result, maybe 2, pretty solid event.
I think I know one result you're talking about, but what about the
2? Okay, so we get into the main event first, right? John Cena versus CM Punk was a greatest hits. Probably the best version of the greatest hits of the Cena run that we're getting. And I can't front, man. I said it before and I said it again. John Cena's best opponent is Chicago made Punk.
Okay.
Microphone in ring, they just meshed. It's like oil and water with them.
Better than him and Randy?
I would say better than him in this variation of Randy. Okay. Better than him in this variation of Randy. Yeah. The main takeaway from that for me was that all the run-ins, everybody got beef with somebody, which means if this keeps up, it's about to happen in San Diego. And I'm like, word. Word.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it to war. That's fine. John Cena keep having
is that a date for him, for Cena?
Not sure if that's a date for him, but one can hope. One can wonder. But I think what the match kind of showed us was there are twitches. There are little baby twitches where John Cena is reconsidering this entire hero run. And there's a lot of good character work in that. And he's just like, dang, they might have a point Over here in America, he like, nah, dog, can't do it. Can't do it. But in Saudi, in the European countries, when he was facing with Cody the first time, he's feeling it. Even felt a little bit in St. Louis. I take that back. He felt it a bit in St. Louis after he beat Randy. But you just see a little bit like, dang, was I crazy? Was I tripping? Nah, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. And so, I mean, at least this match didn't end with a kick in the nuts and a belt shot for 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I was cool with that. I'm glad they switched that shit up because that shit was getting old as fuck.
Yeah. It was getting a little super stale, but that's I don't even know how to just really go with that one. But it's just, it's just it makes you think things that make you go, just I see what you just retweeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. That is right. Yes, Love Island is not on yet, but we are here. That
Shout out to my girl Hedda.
Oh, we fans now? We fans?
No.
Okay.
Fuck that shit.
Okay. If you get a text about it, you know what happens.
Chill out.
Just saying. But yeah, no, I don't know.
I just got that text too, motherfucker.
I ain't trying to be clairvoyant, but hey, dog, I'm sorry. Back to Night of Champions, but we know where we figured what it was going to be when they said it's going to be Cody versus Randy for the title of King of the Ring, and
I was all wrong about that shit.
We thought it was going to be Jey Uso, and now the reality is it's Cody Rhodes, who I remind you did not need to win King of the Ring just to go face John Cena again.
I figured it's pretty much they trying to, that's the setup for pretty much, SummerSlam or Summerfest, as some people call it. You got to have a big match like that for that, but seeing as though that Cody and Cena be at SummerSlam, I don't think that Cody's winning that SummerSlam.
I don't think so either.
Do you see certain quirks about how Cena is moving to a point where I'm just throwing something out there just for shits and giggles, where it might be flipped, where Cena's no longer the heel and Cody's the heel versus Cena being the face?
So mind you, Cody Rhodes said on a hot mic during the interview, he felt like his face turn is coming towards an end. His time as a face is coming to an end.
We gonna get black hair Cody?
I don't know if we getting black hair Cody. That man was a full-blown demon. I don't know if we getting black hair Cody. But
I want it. Let's go.
Here's what I had an issue with watching him accept the crown. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't even like he wanted to put that thing on. That's first, right? Secondly, it wasn't like he was big up in the lineage of the King of the Ring, right? The same crown held by Gunther, Xavier Woods, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin. All the names you go off if you're a face.
Don't forget. Don't forget. No, you talking about just faces. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I might say if you go just overall kings, you go King Booker, you can go Triple H.
No, you can't say King Booker like that. You gotta say it like
King Booker.
There you go.
Thank you. You can go through the lineage of the crown, man, and you up to hold it up like it's a trophy instead of putting it on your head, bro. And then you want to say
might have been too small. That man might wear a size 8 fitted, and it was probably a 7.5. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I guess. My point is that man got on the mic and said, because at SummerSlam, I get the ball back. And I'm like, okay, so we leaning in on this quarterback nickname shit. And okay, so
I don't think
if Cody Rhodes is the quarterback, which is arguably one of the worst nicknames I've heard given towards somebody. The franchise, I give you, but he's the quarterback. So would that make Jey Uso QB too?
Nah, I think Jey Uso the running back. He the Saquon Barkley.
I don't know.
I mean, you remember Saquon? Because Saquon was the engine last year.
I mean, you see what shirt I'm rocking today. But yeah, Saquon was the engine. Okay, cool. So who the wide receivers? Who the head coach?
Seth and Gunther.
Nah.
No. You know what? Gunther the tight end. There you go.
Gunther's a tight end. I like Seth more so as wide receiver 1.
And then probably wide receiver 2 may be. No, wide receiver 3 is Randy, of course.
This is swole ass wide receiver 3, dog.
Yeah.
Swole ass wide receiver 3. Okay. And then basically all the Samoans and Tongans are probably gonna be all.
That's the whole defense. That's the whole defense.
That's your defense. Okay.
That's the whole defense. There's too many of them motherfuckers.
Yeah. All right. So Dom Mysterio's wide receiver 2. Randy Orton's wide receiver 3.
Dom Mysterio's punt returner.
Oh, okay. He Devin Hester. All right.
Yeah.
My thing now, and by the way,
it would have to be Sammy. Sammy's wide receiver 2.
All right, Sammy's wide receiver 2. The reason why I say Jey Uso is probably QB 2, aka hey, the moment you go down, I can pick this shit right back up. We go get some rings too.
Yeah,
it's because Jey Uso get dragged in everybody's storyline. Everybody get Jed go get hot.
True.
He's the best feature artist of 2025.
Fair.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like this. Like, Cody Cena 2, y'all got some shit to live up to compared to that first match. Because
I don't care for it. I'm tired of seeing how the past NBA finals have had the Bucks or the Warriors or 2020 was the Lakers. You see the Celtics. You see the same teams over and over again. I feel like WWE need to pull a page out of the NBA's book and give us 2 new people and make 2 new people hot, like Oklahoma City and Indiana, so that way we get some new talent up in there, like some new shit. I'm tired of seeing Cody for real. I don't care what anybody says. I really didn't want him to finish the story. I wanted him to close the damn book. Like, I'm not doing that. And then I get the whole Cena thing because this is last run. That's fair to me, but I guess that's why they're making him the quarterback, because he's going to be, everyone knows this, he's ultimately the main one that's going to take it off of Cena before he leaves. I mean, if you don't know that, then yeah, I need you to figure out your life. So
I can hear Mimi now just being like, this
I
is
would
dumb.
Mimi. Yeah,
I am too. This is dumb. But that's neither here nor there. Again, they had a great match, Randy and Cody. Randy keep hesitating. He gonna snap. He finally gonna pull it.
I'm waiting for him to hear the voices. I need them to counsel him soon.
Like A Sappington. A Sappington.
Like whatchamacallit, Randy been catching strays for a minute. Like, he been on losing everybody's shit. Like, the man that lost the King of the Ring finals 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
All because his back fucked up.
Yeah, you gotta pull it. You gotta pull it.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, you gotta pull it. You gotta pull it.
So Cena Cody 2 or Punk Gunther?
The fact that we know it's gonna be Punk Gunther, thank God, because good old Goldberg is gonna be out the paint in T-minus 9 days. I'd rather see Punk Gunther, and I'm gonna be excited over Punk Gunther because it felt like that's what we were leaning towards before Punk got hurt at the Rumble a couple years back.
So how do you're gonna have to, Goldberg don't go past 7 minutes, 7 seconds in the ring. So I to be all fairness, I want Gunther to win this match, but I foresee that WWE might put the title on Goldberg one last time when he need to be just sit his ass down somewhere in Atlanta. But what would you Let me ask you this question. I have an epiphany.
Oh boy. When you have epiphanies, wild things happen. I hope you know that.
Relax.
I hope you know that.
Relax. You don't know my business.
Tell it, sir. Tell it.
So you let Gunther get past Ober, right?
Right.
Eventually we see Punk Gunther, right? You know who has that damn Money in the Bank briefcase?
I knew we were getting that one. I knew we were getting some nitgrit on that one.
Yes. And he screws him one more fucking time.
Because hate is forever. If there's one thing, look, I know we said last week the Triple H booking is kind of like in that similar pattern as NXT, but right now he's showing y'all like, hey, dog, I can pull, like I said, we can pull the rug right out from under you if we need to. Don't you worry. Like Kendrick Lamar say on Section 80. Don't worry.
So hold on. So should we start a Hater of the Week Hall of Fame? Because the way Seth moving right now, that's the first inaugural.
Nah, he ain't as haterific as Drew McIntyre circa 2024.
True.
He was not that. He ain't that level. He ain't that level. He ain't that.
True.
I say, nah. Drew McIntyre prayed for a man downfall and it happened. He happy it did.
Bruh, hit that shirt next to Punk's grave.
Exactly. Hey,
yo, shout out to Drew, man.
Shout him out. Yeah, shout him out. According to SmackDown spoilers, if you happen to catch it, because they did a double taping Monday to actually let talent enjoy the 4th of July and not have to work.
Oh, okay, good for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other side of the King of the Ring, the Queen of the Ring, the one we predicted, happened exactly how we wanted it to. Now, the match may have been, it was solid, you know what I mean? But all intents and purposes, the right woman went over. Good old Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
AKA the Storm. AKA, arguably, she bodied that fit. Like, if you
that Storm joint was like that.
She's like, yo, we got rules over here, and I can't wear certain stuff. Okay.
Perfect.
That's fine. I'll make it work. And baby, did she make it work.
She showed it.
And now she's the queen of the ring, which means we are one step closer to our favorite thing in the whole wide world. A WWE studio production. This is the braid of our lives.
Get your shirts now.
Get your shirts now.
Get that shit happen. Get them now.
Because guess what, folks? We about to get greatness. We're about to get Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton in Jersey. Cardi B gonna be involved somehow for the women's title. And Jay gonna pin Tiff. Naomi gonna come trying to cash it in. Bianca gonna be like, hold on, you've been talking too spicy about me.
Yes.
And you're gonna get a 4-way situation with Cardi B at ringside. It'll be Cardi and Jade and Naomi and Bianca, and everybody's gonna have to figure out what's gonna happen next.
The Real Housewives of WWE.
Yes, sir.
Stamp it.
And I can't wait. Cannot wait. Now, people complaining about how Jade hit Jaded on Asuka, and I'm like, y'all only do this with 2 people. Y'all only do this shit with Jade Cargill, Jey Uso. I don't see y'all doing this shit with nobody else, IWC. Nobody else. Just because the end of the pin looked a little, but say the momentum carried a little bit over. Nah, again, Jade won that straight up.
A lot of people talk about shit that they don't know about, but everybody has an opinion. I mean, it's may not necessarily be the greatest one, but I don't care what those folks think at all because they're stupid. And
nor should you.
And they don't wear deodorant. So yeah, there we go. Those people.
Absolutely. Our boy Sami Zayn, as I said last week, he had not had a PLE win since SummerSlam. No, not even SummerSlam. I take that back. Since Money in the Bank last July in Toronto. That's the last time he had a PLE win, and he got one this Saturday over Sammy off of Karrion Kross. And this is one of them situations where I'm like, I love Karrion Kross, love the character, love the demeanor, love him being the conscience of Monday Night Raw. I'm actually gonna have to see him get a dub, improve. Like there's some menace behind that energy,
right?
Because we're almost there. We're missing just one little thing. One. Now, do you have a question? What do you think that one thing is?
What, good booking?
That's too easy.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but that's too easy. That's too easy.
Listen, this is a Karrion Kross friendly podcast, okay? And we always want to see that man win. Unfortunately, the powers that be don't want to see that man win. And I think the way he's moving right now is comparable to what I forgot what year it was. You're more the history buff than I am with years specific.
Yeah, I got called Brando Tanay on another podcast.
There you go. There you go. You're
I'm
the encyclopedia. Yeah. You what's you the Corey Graves, because you know every goddamn move when it happens. In what language it happens. Don't matter if it's English, Spanish, Russian, Swedish, none of that shit.
Gotta get them boys to the tope suicida when he needs to.
Right.
But remember
the road.
I'm gonna get you sidetracked.
Remember the road that Zack Ryder was on? How he had to create his own brand via the internet. You know, his little his Long Island stories or whatnot.
Yeah.
This is very, very comparable to it. And like, I think that a lot of people, including, well, Drew didn't really have to do too much, but Drew's like a menace on social media. I like what Karrion Kross is doing to try to make himself relevant, and also, you know, he probably has one of the highest merch sales in the company right now.
And he got new merch at that. Like he dropped new merch after after a loss.
I know, and people bought the shit. I'm probably gonna buy the shit. But yeah, but that was my only answer right there. Like, good booking is the only thing he needs.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like asking something to Karrion Kross, because Karrion Kross was actually the in-character steward of the New Day heel turn. And then do you blame the New Day for somewhat fizzling out and then dropping them tag titles to Judgment Day? Or do you blame the fact that that story needed Big E more than anything else to make it really pop?
That story needed Big E. And I still think they need Big E, because here's the thing. With them winning the tag team titles and turning on Big E, them turning on Big E and turning heel or whatnot, they were pretty much fizzling out. The tag titles gave them a little bit of relevancy, you know, with their heel turn. But here's the problem. They didn't defend the shits. They didn't defend them at all until now, and they drop them. Like, at some point,
they also had quite possibly the laziest tag division to run up against, because they jumped in that feud with the LWO, and that's when they first got their edge, because like, oh, y'all actually beating people's asses, cool. And then it's War Raiders, blank, Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, don't forget the Creed brothers.
Who I see more in the back looking at the recent transformation of El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
With Chad Gable being sidelined.
The only time you seen the New Day, you see him in the back talking to Grayson Waller. And on social media.
Thank you. And getting off harder promos on social media. So again, New Day will be fine. Judgment Day are going to be fine. They have all the gold again, which only adds the instigation factor for Finn Balor, because now Roxanne Perez is one half of the tag champs. Finn and JD got the tag champs for the men's side, and Dirty Dom, aka the Michael Irvin of the WWE,
without the coke,
without the coke, yes, is quarterbacking the ship.
Yeah, going back to that match, yo. That match Monday night was solid. Like you had not the New Day, but you had the Judgment Day with the hot tag, and yo, as soon as them boys won the daggone title, like the crowd was hype as shit.
Yeah, now that's something I was like, huh?
Yeah, that was interesting. Like I'm always gonna be a Finn Balor fan. Big head, he alright, but yeah, like MODOK, I'm glad he got a title too now, man.
Oh my god, MODOK. Yeah. So with the New Day losing their belts on Monday, it brings me all the way back to Night of Champions and how we started the show. Because now, if you do not count Dom Mysterio and John Cena are the only people who won titles at WrestleMania that still have them. Why do I say that? Because Jacob Fatu is no longer our Yada the Mean heavyweight champion, and Solo Sikoa, who's been putting up Hall of Fame numbers in terms of comedy and keeping shit together for 18 months.
Yeah.
He finally got his just due for it.
I'm being honest, like a lot of people don't like it, but well deserved. You know, I'm a Jacob Fatu guy, and I predicted him to win, but well deserved. Joe Solo been cooking. Yeah, Solo been cooking.
Absolutely. I think it's utterly hilarious that where the original Bloodline debut for Solo was overseas, all of his folks of real significance have either been mixed between the states overseas.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb. I'm not calling him JC. No, because you know why I'm not calling him JC Mateo?
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because JC Mateo sounds like an artist that's on a now that's what I call Music Volume 19 CD.
That's fair. That new hit track by JC Mateo. I used to love you, girl.
Nah. Call him a Tanzaqueto or something like that, bro. That's not gonna hit for me.
So is that a new rap group? Solo Sikoa and the Tongans?
Solo Sikoa and the Tongan Dynasty. They're gonna need a name because you got Tongaloa who came back. You got Jeff Cobb. You have the wild card in this was Tama Tonga, aka our favorite of the Tongans, and the newest Tongan.
Please call him by his real name, please. Don't call him. You gonna get
the other son of Haku, Piccolo. But the WWE, Piccolo like Piccolo.
No, it's Hikaleu, fool.
Hikaleu?
Oh my god.
I'm tripping.
You about to have lovely on your ass, dog.
Hikaleo, dog. Hikaleo. I know it's Hikaleo. I'm messing with you.
Motherfucker said hiccup.
Hikaleo. We got Hikaleo. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I don't know how you got taller Tonga.
Because he's the taller of the Tongas.
Is he the taller of the brothers?
He's the taller Tongan. There you go. Taller Tonga.
AKA, this sounds like some shit he actually came up with.
Look, I'm literally about to call it. That's our new name for him. It's Taller Tonga. There you go.
He's the taller Tonga. He's the taller Tonga.
Yes, taller Tonga.
But he debuted and literally told Jacob, you had everything before putting that man through a damn table.
That's some bullshit.
I mean, yeah, man. But now again, it's one Fatu and a shit ton of Samoans. That's what I'm
Tongans. Tongans, yes.
Yeah, one Samoan and a shit ton of Tongans. So it's.
No, it's technically two Samoans now. It's two Fatus now. One of them just don't go by Fatu at this point.
You're right.
You know him, you see him in Big Jim, you know, man. And for real. I'm interested to see, you got Taller Tonga, you got Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
You got Jeff Cobb. I'm not calling JC Mateo either.
As
you got Tonga Loa.
Yep.
And that's 4 of them right there. So
and Tama Tonga. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still on the shelf. my
True,
man.
very true.
Yeah,
So he
he's
gonna have to
on the
make a
show.
decision because remember he was riding real tough with Jacob before.
Yeah. So here's my question to you when it comes down to that: does Big Cuz have to come up, and does Big Brother have to join the fight? Big Cuz and Big Cuz and Big Brother.
Nah,
I don't see it
nah.
because it doesn't make any sense. We already saw War Games already with the Bloodlines,
Mhm.
but it has to make sense at a certain point.
It do, but if you're building Jacob Fatu as a super baby face because that's where it's leading, it's gonna be him versus the Tongans, and that thing is gonna look like Mortal Kombat. To be honest with you,
Wow.
it's
my
gonna
man.
it's gonna be
I
a
need my
ladder. It's gonna be Jacob at the bottom, and then what was Tangaloa's original name in WWE? Camacho.
Camacho. Yeah.
Yeah. Him versus Camacho versus Tall Tongan versus
The Street Champ
yeah.
versus Tama versus Jeff Cobb. I mean,
Basically, here's my one more thing, though. When the hell did Solo Sikoa get a lifeline in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Like, why he calling everybody from over there to help fix his issues?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I would too. Shit.
I agree. I'm just saying. Look,
that man went to Japan and MLW to bring folks over to fight.
If he come in, look, you know what happened Saturday? The other Fatu, the one that we know is wild is a wild boy. It's like, look, hey, Jacob,
holla at me.
You know where I'm at.
Holla at me.
I don't think they're ready for that one. They don't want that Fatu around.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
That Fatu dangerous, man.
Yes.
That Fatu dangerous.
Yes.
You talk about stay dangerous. That one. That one.
Y'all thought y'all seen some shit with Jacob.
Boy. That man wrestled at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like, you know what? I ain't doing that shit again.
But they got one. There's another one in the performance center right now.
I know. If y'all thought it was they gonna run out of Samoans and Tongans, no.
But that other fight too. I seen him watching. I saw him watching the shit live. That man was pissed. That man was pissed.
So we'll see. But yeah, that was Night of Champions, man. But that wasn't the show that really caught our attention. The show that really caught our attention, which you can actually, if you're on YouTube watching, you can see in the description a link straight to the show, so you can watch all 4 hours of Black excellence and greatness. That is Ashe, and I gotta say this, man. Cedric Alexander versus Yaya was easily one of my favorite matches I watched all year. Darius Lockhart versus Darius Carter, one of my favorite matches I watched all year. Am I upset that Darius Carter got the win via some shady shit? No, because that's what Darius Carter do. The All Father knows what he has to do to lead the pack. He knows what he has to do, and he did that. And he did that. So D, yes, I've yapped plenty. You tell the folks, bro. How did you feel about Ashe this weekend?
Start to finish. Listen, you had Faye and Bam Bam with Jazz as the ref, and you saw when Faye sitting there twerking. You see. Hey yo, did you go back and watch it? Go watch Swole Hand just randomly come out of nowhere looking like a thing from the Addams Family smacking Faye.
She was pantomiming throwing ones, dog. She was pantomiming.
All you see is this random hand. Like you said, Yaya and said that shit was dope as hell. That was wrestling right there. And listen, Cedric did crash the fuck out, rightfully so.
Oh yeah.
So. I'm with the shits.
Oh yeah.
Yo, shout out to Ugly Gang, man. That motherfucking street fight was fun as hell to watch. I'm sorry, you're not hitting me in the face with no damn aluminum pans going back and forth. That shit was fun as hell. Yo, them boys did that. Them boys did that.
So here's my question, though, D. Here's my question to you.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of inanimate objects in wrestling, you would never want to get hit with.
Mm-hmm.
Is getting hit with a cream pie one of the more like, all right, I'll live with it situations? Pause, of course. If pause, if applicable for some people who don't understand what it means.
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question.
You will, all right. Let's take an oatmeal cream pie off the table, right? Let's take that off the table. If somebody hit you with a honey bun, how would you feel?
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting hit with a bun, you know. I mean, what?
I know what you told me on Saturday. I'm not going to repeat it on air.
Please don't. We might be canceled.
We might be. We might be. We might be. Don't let us get canceled before the ad dollars come in, dog.
Hey,
we still need to do ad reads for like DraftKings and FanDuel and you know.
Yes.
And all
here's
the
problem.
Do not.
Yo, here's the problem. And I know where you're going with this. Ring of Honor, circa 2020. You know, you throwing streamers. That man Rayhan had people have oatmeal cream pies, throwing them bitches in the ring.
Rayhan quite possibly is over in ways that few people in wrestling are over.
Yo, have you listened to the whole song?
Yes, I listened to the.
Yes.
All right. So remember, the last time, like the first time we did an Ashe show was last year in Charlotte, right around this exact same time. And I was literally sitting next to you, and I was like, "Are they really singing this man's song about cream pie?"
Absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so literally, I looked it up, listened to it. You know what I'm saying? And my lonesome, I ain't played in the truck on the way back because we was vibing, listening to Scarface and shit. And I was like, "Oh nah," like he got something. So now Rayhan, like, and then I think Fam of Black Wrestling, our big brothers, came in with off the top rope with arguably one of the dopest ideas. If we get a pure ignorance versus ugly gang street fight,
I'm here for it.
Brother. That shit, as he said, that could go crazy. Like, I just need Ashe and Fight Club to set it up. Interpromotional. Let's get it going. But no, man, like Slingshot was a great venue. Shout out Chris Lee. Swole had me crying during the.
Her and Chris. Yo, shout out to both of them because that commentary was fucking hilarious.
It was. Oh, dog. The amount of slang, not even slang, the amount of nicknames she was given for Say's moves during that match.
Bruh.
That is a 1 of 1. That woman is a 1 of 1.
Savannah Evans.
Yeah, Savannah Evans. That match there was an astute classic in the vein of one Jim Ross. An astute classic, a slobber knocker, if you will. Some hard hitting lasses, just going for it. I will not add any more. I will not add any more or anything else to that because I
stop it.
Playing fair. I am playing fair.
Stop it. The Battle of the Dariuses.
Yeah, let's get into his main event, dog.
Listen, the Battle of the Dariuses. I enjoyed that match from top to bottom. It told a story. It's classic wrestling. If they did what they were supposed to do with bringing back Billy Dixon. Shout out to Lockhart, man. He did his thing with that. I'm mad because the next show that they are actually putting on, I will unable to go because I have other commitments. But I know they usually do. Let's make it a point. I think they usually do a show in October, and that's around D-Day. Mm-hmm. So let's make that a thing for D-Day, like to do Ashe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's definitely make that a situation. Also shout out to Reality Wrestling. They had 2 shows this weekend. I wasn't able to attend due to outside commitments, but Natty Neidhart, it was her versus Promise Braxton in the main event. And when I tell you this run for Natty is some of the best like character work of her career, straight up. Like I need that on TV. Like every
I
year.
need her to fucking win the Rumble and win the fucking title at Mania. That's what I need for Natty. Natty the auntie, man. Like, let's be real on this shit. Like,
she is the house mother of women's wrestling.
Yeah, and
like,
she deserves it. She truly deserves it. Like, what are we doing with her, man? Like, she deserves her moment. She's been rocking with the women's division since the Divas. She was on Total Divas.
Yep.
She's made sure she's helped a lot of talent, you know, in the dungeon. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Give her
also
flowers.
her on Total Divas introduced me to things that I did not want to know about her sister. Because they be having some real fun. And I'm like, oh, that's how you get down. But also she's a big fan of cats. And her husband, TJ Kidd, is probably one of the best pro wrestlers of his generation, because what he was doing in NXT during the early days of Black and Gold, I was like, yeah, people slept. But I'm gonna say, give Natty her flowers. Give Natty her flowers 1000%. Speaking of flowers, and speaking of women's wrestling, Evolution 2 apparently is no longer a mystery in the name of good old Lemmy from Motorhead.
Wow.
See that? Wow. See that? So it's official. We're getting Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, round 3.
Oh, Io gonna wrestle?
Yes. Io's going to wrestle for the first time in almost 2 months on TV.
Oh, man.
To defend her women's title versus Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
There is also going to be a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team titles involving Raquel Rodriguez, aka Gasolina Diesel, and Roxanne,
fool.
God dang it. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez.
I'm the one drinking. What's going on with you today?
Trying to figure things out myself, sir. Trying to figure things out myself. It's been a long weekend. Been a long weekend in the city. Beyonce came and then I got sick. I don't know if you can hear me. Like, sinuses is all.
You better get you some tussin.
A tussin,
some ginger ale, and some soup.
And a medicine ball, something like that. But no, my apologies. Let me rewind that back. Okay, so didn't know I could do that. It is a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships with Raquel Rodriguez, aka Gasolina Diesel, and Roxanne Perez of Judgment Day versus Izzy Dane and Tatum Paxley, who found herself a friend on Tuesday night on NXT, versus an unnamed team for SmackDown and another unnamed team for Raw, which we will probably find out within the next, I want to say, 3 to 5 days, since Evolution 2 is next Sunday.
I would love to see Michin and
B-Fab.
Yeah. I would love to see that. Simply because, hey, like we gotta see our folks on TV too.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So yeah, and then also I think we're getting a triple threat with Becky, Bayley, Lyra.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I got no issue with that.
So, is it me or does that card seem fairly underwhelming?
No, because it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Although I think that, they're gonna make the triple threat official, I'm pretty sure, on Raw Monday. But also we got JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. And we got it's going to be announced to audiences tomorrow who did not pay attention to SmackDown tapings on Monday. Tiffany Stratton is facing Trish Stratus for the women's title. And there is going to be a battle royal for a women's world title match, aka the Raw title, at Clash in Paris in, I think that's either August or early September. I forget when.
I think that is September because SummerSlam is August.
August 2nd, August 3rd. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. It is August the 31st. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. So my question to you is, sir, I mean, it's a 5-match card at the moment.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be it should be 6.
Uh-huh.
And basically, Liv Morgan separating her shoulder basically caused the entire show to be flipped up on the fly anyway. So the fact that they're putting this together is similarly to how Tony Khan put together them pay-per-views that are not all in Texas or all in pay-per-view or all in period. Just throwing shit together. How do you feel?
Going back to, I know it's kind of impossible at this point because the Liv Morgan stuff kind of messed everybody up with it. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. But that's a packed weekend because what else we got that weekend? Is that Saturday night's main event weekend too?
It is Saturday night's main event, and it's also Beyonce in Atlanta that weekend.
I don't care about that shit.
Well, I know you don't, but I'm just pointing it out there.
But also too, isn't that All In weekend too?
No, All In yes it is. Yeah. I had to stop and pause for a second. Like, ooh, yeah, it is. Yeah. That's Saturday. So All In is going to be competing with Saturday night's main event. Yep.
First of all, I mean, I guess I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fan of wrestling. And wrestling surprises us sometimes because it might seem underwhelming on paper, but at the same time, it's once we see it, then everything's good. So I'll see. You can't help but when people get injured. As we saw at WrestleMania, 32, when damn near the whole roster was hurt and they had to make up a lot of things.
Right.
The show still goes on, as Mr. Redacted always said. I mean, it's I'm okay with it. I mean, I would like to see something different. I have been hearing rumblings about one of those tag teams being the Bellas, but I read a report that Brie said she hasn't been signed yet. Nikki's been signed, but Brie hasn't. Oh no, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna be a fan. Something to do. Watch John. I mean, between that and Saturday night's main event, I'm hoping that Gunther slaps the soul out of Old Bert. And then watch John Moxley pretty much like damn near assassinate himself. So we'll see.
Yeah, and then also the very interesting. Hey, we're getting Omega versus Okada that weekend.
Yeah,
we got Omega versus we got Okada versus Ibushi last night, and that was some heat. And also a very interesting thing. And you know what? I know we don't necessarily. This wasn't necessarily on the show rundown, but I'm curious about this, right? So, Will Ospreay and old buddy, who you don't necessarily refer to all that often, basically up the ante for their tag match with the Young Bucks. Now, if the Young Bucks win, then I'll flip it to you. If Will Ospreay and old buddy win, then the Young Bucks are no longer executive vice presidents, right? But if the Bucks win, Will Ospreay and old buddy cannot challenge for the AEW World Title for a full year.
That told me
basically.
That pretty much told me. Yeah, that told me what that was. Because if you think about it, let's put it together right there. That meant any other match you see where somebody says he can't challenge for the title or she can't challenge for the title ever again.
Cody Rhodes circa 2019.
Yes, that's what that is right there. But the fact you say for 1 year, yeah, that told me everything I need to know. Them EVPs gonna win.
Yeah,
But I think they're gonna put on a. I think they're gonna put on a good match.
I mean, we know. Look, the wrestling is not the issue.
Yeah,
it's the common sense afterwards.
By common sense, do you mean a wrestling fan who decided to take his daddy's money and start his own company and let the wrestlers run it until he decided that he wanted to make the changes himself and like I'm the owner of the shit, and then decided to fucking say, oh, okay, well, my top wrestler that was champion, and I'm gonna have him leave, and then I'm gonna have all the wrestlers that decided to I started the company with, they want to leave too. Then I'm gonna buy every goddamn WWE wrestler that got let go, and then not do shit with them for them to go all the way back to WWE again and not do shit. Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I digress.
I mean, I wasn't lying.
You weren't. That's not a mystery either, man. It's not a mystery either. Normally, I would say it's time for Hater of the Week.
Oh my
but
God.
I will merely cede the floor to D on Hater of the Week. I'll give him this. And he'll get the entire run. This right here ain't even a Hater of the Week segment for me, folks. This is Bruh, You Serious. Now, remember the last time I did Bruh, You Serious? It was about one Lindell Price, disgraced former owner of the Turkey Leg Hut and Oyster Hut. The other, must say recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, a video came across my timeline of a young man in the Houston Galleria who was evading police and decided to jump. Decided to jump. Okay, so if you are not familiar with the Houston Galleria, it is 3 levels. This man was at the top level and decided to jump, try to invade police, and we also have an ice rink in said Galleria. So he jumped, landed in the ice rink, broke both his legs, and looked just like Rick James after he got stomped out.
I'm gonna do my legs.
Looked just like Rick James as he got stomped out by Charlie Murphy.
So please, the people watching, please tell them why he was running from the police.
I don't even feel right even admitting to why he did this. I don't.
No, please do. Share.
Nah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
He was shoplifting.
What was he buying?
Oh God!
What was he buying?
He left from the second floor. And
no. Just tell the people what the fuck he was buying.
I can't even do it. I can't. What was he buying, Dean? What was he buying?
I'm not sure if they were meta glasses, but they were shades, or they were. Well, I don't know what type of shades they were, but they were shades though. And decided to go on social media and try to be swaggy with it, and post that he got these shades, and then 5 minutes later he's running from the second floor on the Galleria Mall and jumps, and he becomes Rick James as he breaks both his fucking legs.
Now,
that's what y'all doing at H-Town.
All right, look, man. We also have a car wash you can go to that apparently has bottle service, and you can also smoke hookah while you're waiting to get your car detailed.
Yes, the DUIs are going to pull numbers.
I'm just saying, this man broke both of his legs over some middle of the mall shit. Okay, towards a riffraff, he broke his legs over some middle of the mall shit. But that ain't even the most egregious thing that's happened that I found out this week, dog. So, D, I know you ain't into rap shit like the same way we used to be when we were a little bit younger. But have you ever heard of a man going to a doctor and telling the doctor like, "Yo, Can you bring out the ab chart the way you got the barbershop chart? I want the number 8. Nah, I don't want the 99. I don't want the 1999 2000 D'Angelo. Give me the oblique special. Boys buying abs, dog. Not even like getting the proper midsection right. Like they're buying whole thoraxes, D. Whole damn thoraxes.
Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
I absolutely am. The man's currently in litigation over a rap beef that he lost convincingly.
That's that light skin shit, yo. That's that light skin shit,
brother. I could understand if you were trying to get like, you know what I'm saying, why you ain't buy the matching set? It's almost like a woman going to an offhand spot to get like a lift or a reduction, if you will, but they don't get the matching set. Like
they got the BBL without the hips
or the ankles. They got the Mariah Mills. Yeah, they got the Mariah Mills. I'm just saying, as you and I both be in the gym, ain't no way you can just train abs and not have like any muscle definition nowhere else, dog.
That man said, I am going to buy abs and eat whatever the fuck I want to eat.
Like, could you imagine abs showing up in your credit card statement? Could you imagine? Could you? All right. I got an even better one for you. Could you imagine buying a house? And you know how buying a house, they give you a big, deep credit pull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine a lender looking at you like, sir, what is this purchase for $30,000 for I Need Abs R Us?
They might say you need to do some fucking sit-ups or some crunches.
Man, where do we go? Like, again, this ain't even body shaming, really. This is an intervention. This is a call for help.
So like, just so you got a man that literally broke his legs over some shades. And
that's cloudy. Man, yes,
and then another man decided, you know what, I got $30,000. I'm gonna give me some builder abs.
And they ain't even sat in right. Because they ain't spread out.
So
like they all sitting on his ribs.
So how old is Aubrey?
He's about to be 40 next year.
Okay, so I guess I'll tell you this: being over 40, like, yeah, you gotta maintain that shit. It don't always stay the same. You could do sit-ups for crunches for a whole month or two, and you eat one pork chop, and that shit, one pack go to a 2-liter.
Dog, they had footage of this man running, like trying to get the miles in, trying to get that sweat. I have a question, my boy. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What person you know runs in Barclays? You're not fooling me.
I know. I'm about to answer you. A light-skinned person. There you go.
All right. I got one more question for you. In light of a certain legal trial that just ended this week.
Mm-hmm.
Is it light-skinned shit if a man decides to celebrate another man being found partially guilty by pouring baby oil?
Absolutely.
On other people?
That's light-skinned shit. Yeah.
Okay. Mind you, it was a dark-skinned brother in a purple suit and matching hat.
So you got to understand this. Now, I know for the folks watching, I might appear light skin, you know, that's what it is. But I have dark skin mentality. You know, I have dark skin situations.
Yes, it is.
You know. In the same context, there are dark skinned people that have light skin issues. They have light skin like things going on in their life, and they need to figure it out. That was some light skin ass shit. Like, let's be clear on that. Let's be clear on that. You literally woke up that morning and could have went to work or that's if you have a job, but you decide to be in front of the courthouse when the diddler sentence, but verdict came out. You went to the store and you bought baby oil. The fact that you did that shows me that, yeah, people ain't got shit to do. They don't have shit to do in their lives. People live some boring ass lives. I will say this: the man went viral though.
It's Facebook cloud, dog. It's Facebook cloud. Like
Facebook is for the elderly.
It's you would think it's for the elderly. Nah, dog. There are people I've known since middle school and high school who had opinions about this, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, you literally have proven the point that if a doctor was like, "Yo, I'm putting your brain in a bird's body just to see what happens," the bird is going to fly backwards.
Things aren't in the ages we live in, the years we live in right now. Yeah, shit ain't supposed to make sense for us no more. You have a reality star as president. You have a music mogul that grew up with pouring baby all over men and doing whatever the fuck he wants to do with it.
We grew up pre-internet. We grew up with identities that had nothing to do with trying to show out for other people. Complete strangers, mind you, on the internet. Because we kept the same personalities. Because again, how I act on the show is how I act in real life. And you know this. Same for you, right? But I need to understand that people are trying to celebrate this. Like, ain't nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate here. Like, the man is likely still going to jail. The government likely overcharged him. Certain aspects that definitely he would have been found guilty on, they chose not to charge him on that. The defense decided to say, "Hey, yes, Your Honor, he is a domestic violence. He is a domestic abuser, but," and the judge was like, "Oh, since you admit to that, well, yeah, no, there's no reason why I need to let him out of jail." Like, again, the man is nasty. The man is horrible, and for people mad at Kid Cudi for testifying like that, that's a government subpoena. Like, this is a Fed case.
He had no choice, and
no choice.
Like, let's be clear. Fuck that stop snitching shit, because there's a whole bunch of other people. If they were put in a certain people speak from a situation where they have not been in. I ain't no snitch, you ain't no snitch. But at the same time, everything that me and you work for, that if we have to go out, if we have to go out like that, it's gonna be me or this other person. Fuck that. I'm snitching, and I'm gonna tell you simply because for one, I gotta protect me and mine, and you're not paying me no money or taking care of my commissary or making sure that I'm good or my kids are good. And you know what I'm saying? If I go get locked up, it sounds cool for clout, but fuck that. Nah, I'm not doing that. No, not at all. Kid Cudi did what the hell the man blew up his fucking car. He blew up his fucking car. And he didn't do that. He didn't retaliate. So,
like, what? How do you retaliate?
You can't. The man went mafia style on him. Put a car bomb in his shit. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be realistic about this shit. Like, yeah, he got off, but let's be clear on something. I'm gonna go back
to. Let's say he got off on the two most serious charges.
Right. But watch this.
He got off on the RICO and he got off on the trafficking.
But watch this.
Not get off on prostitution.
Watch this though. O.J. Simpson trial, right? OJ was found not guilty, right?
Correct.
We all know he did that shit. Let's be real. A couple years later, or a little further down the line, the man ended up going to jail for stealing his own memorabilia back, right? He gets out of jail, and then he dies. Sounds a little dark, but it is what it is. My point is, God don't like ugly. And for who the diddler is, yeah, he might have got off or got a sentence or got a sentence that he can actually work with, possibly. If he don't turn his life around and actually do what he's supposed to do, and take take what he has and put it towards something good and stop throwing them baby or freak outs, then yeah, God gonna get you too. Mm-hmm. He need to figure that shit out.
True. But you know what God put in our lives to explain some things? I got it. Don't worry. You can say you ain't got a touchdown. I got it this week. He put one iced tea in the game to remind us all that sometimes you just gotta.
No. You gotta let me do it. You gotta let me do it. Gotta let me do it.
That's right. That's because again, it's your segment this week. It's all you this week. That's right.
Yes,
my bad.
Yes.
The floor is yours. Hey. It's officially top hater of the week. We had to get a little, little detour, a little segue with some other stuff. Every week is when me and D typically get some things off our chest, and I had a brother you serious about 3 different subjects that had me just looking crazy. Like, the hell is y'all doing? But D has his header of the week, and the floor is all his.
So I'm a week or two late from the NBA draft, and one of the best talents in college basketball that went to Rutgers could have possibly been he was a top 10 pick, but could have been a top 3 pick based on his talent alone. My first hater of the week is Ace Bailey. Your stupid ass decided to say, I don't want to work out with any damn team. And you don't go to the Sixers. You don't go to anybody that's actually going to take care of you. Guess who you went to? Guess who you got drafted by? You got drafted by the one team where everybody, Russell Westbrook's favorite city to go to, where the word nigger is actually called out to every basketball player that doesn't define what the city of Utah or Salt Lake City likes. So you, dummy, are the hater of the week, and that's why you're there. My second haters of the week is the Saudi audience, because you hear Oscar's music come out, you cheer her, but Jade Cargill comes out and you boo her. What do you boo her for? Why she got to catch a stray? What does she do to you? You got to boo somebody? No, you don't have to boo somebody. You can celebrate people. Like, you can literally celebrate people and decide to, make a move the way it's supposed to. Enjoy the match. Yeah, the Saudi audience, they always boo who the fuck they want to boo. Because and Brandon, tell me if I'm wrong, didn't they boo? Was it them that booed Bianca too? Or was that one of the other spots, the other international crowds?
Nope. They have a history with women of color.
Yeah. Like, what we doing over there, man?
Bianca got booed plenty during the European tour, and we were like, okay, she's the face, but why?
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, enjoy the talent. So those two are my haters of the week.
I don't blame Ace Bailey, per se. I don't blame him. I blame whoever was in his ear giving him advice.
Fair.
Because, brother, why? Brother, why?
You went to the one city that don't like you.
Yeah. NBA gonna be interesting. All I know is that the Rockets are the second best team in the West right now. On paper, they're the second best team in the West. Technically, they were the second best team in the West last year, and that was with all defense and just some vibes in terms of offense.
That's if old boys stay healthy.
That is very true. If
you gotta stay healthy.
We said it last week. If Kevin Wayne Durant stays healthy for 65, 70 games, and he's right there in August, not August, he's right there in April and May, cancel Christmas. Cancel Christmas.
Sure.
But hey, man, that is this week's episode of 2DopeMarks. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all laughing with us, kicking with us before you go enjoy hot dogs and fireworks and What else?
Patriotism.
I was gonna say funnel cakes. I ain't say nothing about that.
I was being sarcastic as hell.
I know you were, but no, I'm talking about funnel cakes.
Who got funnel cakes on the 4th?
I'm in the South right now, dog. You already
really?
know. Funnel cakes down here is a thing.
Really?
I was mad.
Funnel cake.
It's fried dough in other places, but in the South.
Where my phone? Where my phone at? I'm trying to see if I can do that on Uber Eats or DoorDash or something.
Funnel cake, dog. Good old funnel cake. But real quick, D, must say, when it comes to a cookout, what's your number one go-to?
Oh, what, food or alcohol?
Yes.
It's food. Like, it's a Glock. Or AKA a glizzy, as we call them. Like, and I ain't that person. You can judge me for eating them joints, whatever. I don't give a shit. You can't beat my ass. So, yeah, it's a Glock.
All right. You must say our friend D is a fan of a Glock, somewhat burnt. I got you. Me personally, ribs, bro.
The ribs for real?
You can't go wrong with ribs, dog. Like, again, sometimes some people may overcook the hot dog because they ain't really watching. The ribs is some real TLC. It's some tender.
So for those who are actually grilling extraordinaire connoisseurs, it depends on the quality of hot dog that you buy, because some burn faster than the others. If you buy, like, if you low on cash and you just trying to get a hot dog for the, you get whatever that had the chicken, had the pork, had a whatever else in the joint or whatever, it's gonna burn, it's gonna split, it's gonna look like the little ugly dude off the Goonies. Yeah, it's gonna look like all that. Yeah, that dude. But like
fucking sloth, damn.
Yeah, sloth. Yeah. But if you actually like get a good hot dog, it's a Hebrew National. Ballparks maybe cook a certain way, but Hebrew Nationals are usually the ones that actually they don't split apart. Like, they don't do nothing crazy. Like, they pretty much they burn, they keep their casing, all that. So you got to know what ribs on the oven. It depends on which ribs too, because some people cook ribs and burn the shit out of them, and that shit tastes like chalk. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like my dad, like, they boil their ribs first. You know what I mean? It depends on how you want to cook them. But I agree with you. I understand why you say ribs. Yeah, I understand. I mean, we do fish fries at cookouts too.
Yeah, that's true. And the last time we must use over the crib, they had a cookout. We did steak. We did chicken. We did burgers.
I don't think we did. We did. I know we did.
No. We did steak, hot dog, ribs,
and lobster.
And lobster tail. Yeah. We might have to run that back. Yeah, we're gonna run that back. I don't know when we're gonna run that back. But
we got to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, that's this week's episode of 2DopeMarks. Hope everybody enjoys their day off of work tomorrow. If you don't have to work, and if you do have to work, then enjoy the time and a half, because you deserved it. You earned it, right? You earned that shit. There is nobody else that can say otherwise about you not earning a thing and putting in your work and being a real true American. I don't care what they say.
Was that a Terry cul-de-sac pun?
Oh no, it was for the people that Terry liked to represent. They wanted Terry cul-de-sac point.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I say our merch is live. I'll go ahead and show y'all one more time. One more time for the one more time. Bam. The 2DopeMarks store is online. All our t-shirts, all our crew necks, all our hoodies available. We're gonna come up with some more stuff. Pretty sure we're gonna tap on our friend Whitney, and it's gonna be even more craziness up there. Might get some mugs, might get some bucket hats. It's gonna get hot. Like, I don't know. Like, this has been a weird summer so far. Like, it's been raining more times than it actually been hot.
Nah, no bullshit.
That's just us just trying to figure this out, man. But yeah, again, you can follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. You can follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks, on YouTube at 2DopeMarks, where we are live right now. And again, like us, rate us, review us, give us all the stars you think we deserve. And if you don't, we'll give us something low. I think you, DJ Vlad, who, again, is DJ Vlad. Like, enough said. Enough said. Tip your bartenders. Don't do nothing stupid outside because, again, the laws is hot this weekend. I don't even want to know what Corey's referring to right now. I don't. I don't. But for all intents and purposes, have a safe and happy 4th and weekend beyond. And D, say something nice to the people.
Rest in paradise to my man Ken Brace, a good member of the IWC, good dude. He repped the city at the Motor City, Detroit. A father, a friend, just all around good dude, man. He left us this week. It's sad to see someone, so young lose his life. But RIP to that man.
Yeah. The BWC, the Black Wrestling community, is losing too many good people, dog. Way too many good people. So if I'll also close with this. If you are hurting and you are, things feel very tight and jumbled up in your brain, man, talk to people. Don't let that grief swallow you up, man. You gotta grieve out
and
loud.
love on your people. Love on your people.
Definitely love on your people, because I know Saturday and Sunday some of it is about to be some real annoying things when I think about it, because Saturday, it's 4 years since I lost my sister. And that is still not one of them things I like enjoying talking about, but we get through. So yeah, Yellow Bandit forever. And we will see y'all. Actually, no, let's get happier right quick fast. D, let's get happier. What's good? NCAA come out Tuesday, dog. I am knee deep. I'm holding off on just being like, yo, like, cancel all plans. Don't call me. Don't text me.
I'm actually working from home on Tuesday. And that's because I got an appointment for the whip. So
enjoy it, you bastard. Enjoy it. We'll see y'all next week, dog.